knocks out everybody, and no one can whoop him. That's when that little Cassius Clay from Louisville, Kentucky came up and stopped Sonny Liston, the man who annihilated Floyd Patterson twice. He was going to kill me. But he hit harder than George. His reach was longer than George. He's a better boxer than George. And I'm better now than I was when you saw that 22-year-old undeveloped kid running from Sonny Liston. I'm experienced now, professional. Jaw's been broke, been knocked down a couple times. I'm bad. Been chopping trees. I done something new for this fight. I done wrestled with an alligator. That's right. I have wrestled with an alligator. I done tussled with a whale. I done handcuffed lightning, throw thunder in jail. That's bad. Only last week, I murdered a rock, injured a stone, hospitalized a brick. I'm so mean, I make medicine sick.
Man, dude.
Bad.
Ain't no doubt.
Fast. Last night, I cut the light off in my bedroom, hit the switch, was in the bed before the room was dark.
Incredible.
Fast.
Incredible.
And you, George Foreman, all of you chumps are gonna bow when I whoop him. All of you. I know you got him. I know you got him picked, but the man's in trouble. I'm gonna show you how great I am.
Welcome to Orsini's Uncensored Mind, and now your host, A.J. Orsini.
Hello everyone, this is A.J. Orsini, and I am your host for Orsini's Uncensored Mind, and this is episode 21. This show is officially legal in the United States to do whatever the fuck it wants to do, and I am super excited. I don't know if you can hear it in my voice, but I am more excited than normal because today I'm joined by guests. I am doing my second interview today. And the first interview that I did, I did with a king, okay? I did it with El Rey All Day EC Negro, the pro wrestling magic heavyweight champion of the world. So I started kind of near the top right there, 98, 99%. But today we go full 100 because I'm not sitting with a team that is good. I am sitting with the greatest of all time here today. And before I get this interview underway, I just want to remind all of you that if you're listening to this show on the Podbean app, once again, thank you for listening to the show. That is the original and probably the most prominent way to listen to my show. That is ajoum.podbean.com. But of course, if you guys have been paying attention to the show, I am now on brand new platforms where you can listen to the show. The show is officially also on iTunes. It is on the Stitcher Radio app and Google Play Music. I'm trying to update you guys on the TuneIn Radio stuff. I still haven't gotten confirmation just yet. It all looks good, but it's not official just yet. I have all the social media stuff linked to the bottom, but enough about me. The fellatio on myself is now over. I now tend to my guest. I'm here with not all four, but I'm here with three members of the greatest of all time. I guess I'll be four again. I'll come out of retirement tonight and be number four. But I'm sitting here with it. I guess I have to augment my introduction since the big fella's not here. But I'm sitting here with the future. I'm sitting here with one of the best in the game right now that you haven't quite heard of just yet. I'm sitting here with the debuting of the Silver Queen, Ivy Roman. How you doing, Miss Roman?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm doing all right. And, of course, over to my left, which you can't see because this is audio and not video on YouTube, over to my left, I am sitting here with the captain, the Took, the absolute Kris Kage. Kris Kage, how you doing today?
Doing good today, J. Orsini. Still got the best intro in the game.
And, of course, that lucha specialist, my main man, the superstar, the dancing destroyer, my main man, Whiplash. How you doing, Whiplash?
I'm chilling, baby. What's up with you?
Yeah, you got this face like you haven't heard me do that shit in a long time. That's what
It's not a good intro like that.
Yeah, we used to do this shit all the time, folks. I'm bringing in family tonight, all right? We've been doing this shit together for a long fucking time. On the website, when you look up professional wrestling, it'll say that we started 2011-ish, but our history goes way back before that, and we're going to get into all that stuff. But one of the first things I want to ask you guys right out of the gate, all right, Heat, who the fuck sucks in this business? Go ahead, give it to me.
Oh. Holy crap. You want to start talking about who sucks in this business? Where do I start? Get me a pen, a pad, and I hope you got all night because I don't think you got enough camera recording time for this, baby.
I'm not actually wanting you guys to go there in the beginning. I just wanted to get the blood going because when you're the greatest of all time, all right, because that's the moniker, the greatest of all time. Sometimes when people look at it at first glance, then they're going, all right, well, who the fuck are these guys? Well, who the fuck are these guys is the great question for here tonight because I know who you guys are. You guys have fans spread out all over the East Coast. I mean, New York, New Jersey, Pennsylvania now. You guys are the WXWC4 Elite Tag Team Champions
8 months, baby.
for the Anawahi family over in the PA. You guys are making moves. You guys are doing big things. But my objective here tonight is to get that to an even bigger audience. So we're going to start off with the newbie. Rook's going to go first here. Okay, and I told you before you got here we was gonna do work. We're starting with the young buck, Ms. Roman. How you doing this evening?
For one, I'm not young.
Oh, okay. You're old then?
I'm not that young.
Oh, not that young.
Making
okay.
it seem like I'm 12.
No, you're not 12. When I say Rook, see, that's more of that wrestling jargon. I say Rook, I say Greenhorn. That's that new person to the business. But we're going to talk about that because you do have some life experiences here that I'd like to get to. Because where did you begin your training at?
At Ludus.
At Ludus.
Dum, 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 dum.
Yes. That's interview number 2 involved with these
she's
people.
good, son. I was the teacher. We good.
Yeah.
No.
I had Whiplash as my trainer, so I was good to go.
So Whiplash was the one that taught you the basics. He's the one. Because listen, I spoke to her yesterday before she came here to give her the heads up, and she called me sir. And I was like, no, look at that. Look at that.
She still has respect.
Don't ever do it again, but that was nice. That was a nice way to introduce yourself. Yes.
In my brother's footsteps.
The
That's
protocol.
all I was doing.
What drew you to wrestling? Because that's one of the big. There's not a whole lot, especially in this particular area in the Northeast. I was just going to say there was not a whole lot of females. Let me precurse that by saying not enough talented females. How about that? We'll put it into that category there. There's not a whole lot going on in that scene. So what drew you to actually physically getting involved in the wrestling?
Well, I've always watched wrestling since a kid. I've loved it with a passion, always. And it was back in 2013 where I decided that I was going to try to see if I had what it takes. And from the moment I stepped into the ring, of course, Whiplash asked me, have you done this before? And it was just natural. So I knew then that was my knack, that was my talent, and that's where I wanted and where I had to be.
Absolutely. It's funny because she said, I wanted to see if I could do this, and then she ran into the Dancing Destroyer. And that was all she needed to do. So you started at Ludus 2013, which puts you a few months right after I left. After the AC incident, that was it for us.
Oh, that was a fun time.
That was a fun time.
Fun times. So 2013, I guess, was when your training began. Was an in-ring career the plan, or anything you can do? What was the idea when you first got in?
The idea was to try it out and see if I was athletic enough to stand, like, actually do it. Like, if I can actually tough it out, do it. And I wound up falling in love.
Okay, well, 5 years. It's been about 5 years now.
Yeah.
So that was your first experience in wrestling with Whiplash. So I'll turn it over to Whiplash. Whiplash, when you first started working with Ivy, what were your thoughts?
To test her, to make sure she could do it.
But did she show that potential already? Because, I mean,
She's
I remember
still
you
here
as a
right
trainer.
now.
I remember you as a trainer. You drill into people. You were the old school trainer. And
For sure.
so the fact that she was hanging, that was working for you. Like, all right,
Most
we'll take it to
definitely.
the next step.
I still showed up.
I still
showed up. I still
Did
put
you
in the
stretch
work.
her?
Not really, actually.
Oh, okay. Old school wrestling over here. So you started training over at the Ludus. Obviously, the Ludus. How long were you with the Ludus?
I was at the Ludus for only a couple of months.
Okay.
During that time, I was still in college, and it was very hard to balance both work, wrestling,
Which is
and
why I'm doing the
college.
podcast. Go ahead.
Yeah.
All of my fans know already. I'm currently in school for physical education as well. So that was the reason why I couldn't do both the school and the shows. And since I'm more talented than any show I'll be on anyway, I just decided to do my own shit at home. So I feel where you're coming from.
Sometimes you just have to do your own goddamn show.
There you go. There you
That's
go.
how it is.
20 episodes deep. Fuck these people. So anyway.
Exactly.
So anyway, no, because though we're all joking, when I first started this, a lot of people, the assumption was that I was doing this because I couldn't get booked. But then when all the companies that used to book me went public and said, no, we'd love to have him right now, all the talk finally fucking stopped. It was the school thing. So I understand 100% completely. So let's tie in the knot here to Whiplash and Kage. Where did you, besides from Whiplash, when did you first meet Kage?
Damn.
There you go.
Where?
Stumped. Look at how deep we 8.5 minutes in, baby.
Yeah.
May I step in,
Sure
tag
can,
in real
yeah.
quick?
I feel like I've known Kage my entire life. It's
We
just
all
that's-
feel that way.
Like
and hopefully the audience will get that vibe by the end of this.
Like today,
I
he
have that
posted
effect.
up a photo on Instagram, and I'm like, yo, I feel the same
There you go.
fucking way. Like, it was amazing. It's like, we're a family. There's nothing to it. Like, blood doesn't make you related. Like, literally, our passion, our drive, what we stand for is what makes us family and what keeps our ties together. And anything goes down in our wrestling career or in our personal lives, we hold each other's down from
She's
the
good.
get.
She's good. She's
If I
good.
could
Go ahead.
segue out of that,
Okay.
I would say a little bit about a year ago, give or take. In fact, you were still in the fold
Okay.
when the rumblings of Sister Ivy came through
Ooh,
the pipe.
better to quit than to be fired, baby. There you go.
Well, so here's the thing. I hear from Brother Whiplash, and I've heard a couple of times that he has a protege, he has a student, that she got some potential. And the thing that stood out to me the most when Mike would describe them working together in the ring would be the fact, just like Evie just said, they seem to be on the same page.
Right.
And Mike would explain that she would get things very quickly, and she would understand what he was trying to get at, what he was trying to say, and where he was trying to take her. And you know from experience, to find somebody with that type of unagi, as me and Mike would refer to it as,
You miss his old favorite term. Yeah,
right?
yeah.
It's hard to find somebody that has that type of natural bond and chemistry with, and it's the reason why our family has always been so exclusive.
So now that we've said it out in the open that she basically replaced me in the
Okay.
in the group.
I mean, I am cuter. So
I
said that in the first picture. I said, they upgraded.
I
Look
like
at that.
to use the word
What am I
successor.
supposed to- I can't.
Successor.
Oh,
we're
successor.
Still,
Okay.
We're still family. It's
Yeah,
just,
of
you're
course.
doing your own thing. You're
Of
doing what you
course.
got to do. That's
Listen,
about
I'm still promoting the GOAT even behind the scenes. I don't have to be at the shows to promote the GOAT.
The plan was always for the GOAT to conquer every form of media, and all
There
Brother
it
O is doing
is.
right now is taking over the podcast game, baby.
He's just holding it down.
It's a
what
placeholder
it is.
until I get to the, because I keep telling everybody, I don't know if you guys have heard some of the previous episodes. I said once I graduate with this degree, the fucking game is over, because now I have the degree to back up getting my own school, which is the plan. So that's why I keep telling people. Now you don't have to go to physical education degree way to open up a school, but have you seen some of the fucking yahoos opening up this school? I think it'd be nice to get an actual trainer in there who can help these people, health wise. So that's one of the reasons why I'm doing that. But we're here to talk about you guys. So Ivy gets trained by Whiplash. She's making her rounds around the independent scene. And now we're gonna switch it over. Well, go ahead.
Well, what I was gonna finish was along that journey, and once Brother O makes his exit,
Right.
I start getting from Mike that he has reunited with Sister Evie and has begun training again. That led to Superstar and Sister Evie making the debut together in FTW, Fight the World Wrestling, and it wasn't until then that Brother Whiplash came back to me and said, I think we got something here with the sister.
Oh, there you go.
A little while later, that got followed up with our chemistry is growing. One day, me and the brother have a conversation. I said, you think she'd be interested? Brother Whiplash countered with, she's already interested.
Yeah, she's already interested.
And here we are. The
I've
introduction
always-
was made.
I've always had the family in mind. No matter
We
what.
had a little test run, and the test run couldn't have gone any better.
Which is another problem because I was with FTW for 8 million years. You get in after the fact. I finally get a GOAT member in the FTW after I'm fucking gone. But that's a whole nother fucking, that's for an off the mic conversation. But yeah, so you guys, I mean, you're doing great. This is the first, for those of you listening to the podcast, this is literally the first time I've been in the same space with Ivy. We're meeting each other for the first time. You're a lot of fun. You're going to do fucking awesome. But I'm going to change it now to the fucking I'm coming back. This is an hour. I got time. I'll be back. But I'm going to change it to the goddamn brotherhood. I'm going to change it to the brothers here, the good brothers over to my left, the Zoltan, as we've been calling them for many years. Left-hand top.
That's right.
Oh, yeah.
And that's what we're going to talk about here. Whiplash and Cage. You guys have been tied together since...
Almost 20 years, baby.
Almost 20 years, yeah. When you talk about chemistry and tag teams, I mean, you guys have life chemistry. You guys have been friends on and off. You've had your wars, you've had your battles, you've had your good times, your bad, and you guys are still rocking it here. Like I just said earlier, tag team champs over in the Anawahi camp. That doesn't come lightly. I've been in that locker room before. The Anawahis don't trust a whole lot of fucking people. They don't.
That's right.
But you guys have been running now 8 months strong, you said, Whiplash? About 8 months?
8 months.
As the tag team champions, you guys have faced everybody they've put in front of you. But I want to start from the genesis. I want to start from the beginning. Not so much on the personal life as far as the friendship, but tell us the story of the Zoltan. I know it came from a movie, but or maybe it didn't. But explain that. Where did you guys come up with the whole left-hand top and the whole Zoltan gimmick?
Well, you know what? You pretty much hit it right on the head. It started. Me and the Superstar been rolling together for almost as long as I can remember, and in that time, we have shared a lot with each other. The one thing we share is our love for movies, our love for comedy, our love for certain things in pop culture. And, as the story goes, I've told it a couple times. One day, me and the Superstar were watching a little movie called Dude, Where's My Car? I'm sure a lot of listeners of this podcast are familiar with this movie. And there happens to be a certain scene in this movie, which happens to be me and the Superstar's favorite scene, which may involve a little cult that may follow a leader that has the name Zoltan.
Zoltan.
Now, I'm not going to say that me and the Superstar were under the influence of anything at this moment.
Of course
but
not.
I'm not going to say that we weren't either. And in that moment, we just had a little joke with, between each other. And, that would be a funny name. And that's what it was at first. At first, it was something that made us laugh. And it would be a funny name to call ourselves as a team. And that moment went from something we were laughing about to getting real serious in about 18 seconds. We kind of shared this look at each other, and it was almost like the unagi really kicked off at that moment because it was like we had the light bulb go off at the same time.
We're having a Pee Wee Merm out. Unagi.
Yeah, I think unagi's going to be the word of the day.
I think it will.
Telling you, man.
I think it will be.
And, we joked about it. We got serious about it. And the more we said it to each other, it just felt right. And the fact that we enjoyed it, as it may seem sometimes it gets a little overused, we felt that if we enjoyed it privately, people would enjoy it publicly.
And they do.
And, as they say, the rest was history. I mean, everything was laid out in front of us, from the hand symbol. The left hand on top thing just came from, it turned into a catchphrase, but it came from just trying to correct stupid people that would put their right hand on top and not do the fucking sign correctly.
Yeah.
It was like a how-to.
That's
like
right.
An instruction.
It was more of an instruction, exactly.
And it became like a catchphrase.
No, it did. That's what what's funny is that the way that I always remembered it was left hand top. So whatever I wasn't doing a promo or whatever on the video, I would always remember like left hand.
I correct fans on numerous occasions. Right hand on top is an S.
For stupid.
Man. Right hand
You
on
got
top
the
is an
speech.
S.
No, left hand top. I got the
hand
speech
on
too.
top.
Don't worry
the
about it.
speech,
Yeah.
I'm telling you, man.
Part of, I think, what makes the Zoltan so special, besides from the actual chemistry, and you made mention of it off air, so we're going to have that conversation now, is presentation. Because nothing says chemistry to me about the Zoltan the way that fucking entrance is.
The best
when
entrance in the
it
game.
comes to the fucking song. All right,
Baby.
so the Cell's Servant, for those of you who are wondering what the song is, it's that song from the Transporter soundtrack.
Yes.
And I remember a quick short story when I first met these fucking guys. We were running a Fed, and they were coming in, and I don't even remember asking about music. I just remember Cage throwing music at me, and I don't remember him. He didn't remember the name of the fucking song. So he goes, yo, bro, the song with the fucking the orange peels. that was the way that he said it. He was like, the song with the fucking orange peels from the fucking transporter thing. And it wasn't even Zoltan yet. Like, that's how early. I think it was NWA, NDA.
That was the first lyric I learned.
Yeah, I remember it was like the NDA theme, like before when you guys were a part of another stable before the Zoltan thing happened. So for the record, the song happened before the fucking team did. But that was the way he picked the song with the orange peels. So I laughed all night about orange peels. I'm like, oh, that nigga's crazy. But it ended up being one of my favorite songs of all time. And the sorry, shitty fucking thing about it is that for years I would see the Zoltan entrance. And I finally get the chance to manage them. And I never got to be a part of the Zoltan entrance. I was all part of all the GOAT ones. I did a Sammy one. And I never got a chance to do the Zoltan one. And this is how desperate I was. We did a Violence and Suffering show where we were supposed to interrupt someone from speaking. It was Larry Legend. And underhandedly, I was still trying to get the music guy to play the Zoltan song so that we can come out to it at least for the interference. And then we're literally at the curtain, and the music guy wants to play it, and then they got nixed like at the curtain. No music. There's supposed to be, I'm like, fuck. Oh, yeah. And I'm supposed to walk out to do a promo, and my mentality is just down. I was like, this was my one shot. So it never happened. And then fast forward to her debut with WXW, and the first thing that she does is the fucking Zoltan entrance. Now, in my head, I've seen them do that Zoltan entrance 1,000 times. So the problem I always had was, what can I do while out there that would be a nice inclusion to the entrance? And I could never think of it. And then I saw you do the entrance, and I went, standing there. Perfect. I should have just did that because I wouldn't have been able to pull it off. Okay, she pulled it off wonderfully. I would have been so awkward standing there like an asshole with my hat and the fat sticking out. It would have been terrible. So, but you did it wonderfully. So the Zoltan entrance now is a whole lot better thanks to you being a part of it. But let's talk about that entrance because it's timed. You guys have that shit down to the second. All the way until that beat kicks in, and then you guys do. I mean, even the whole entrance, you walk around the ring. The whole thing. Talk to me about the formation of this. How did was it organic? Was it strategically planned?
Well, we actually liked the song a lot.
No kidding.
Just listening to it.
Been your song for almost 20 years.
Like you said, still one of our favorite songs ever recorded.
We would listen to it by ourselves, listen to it together, whatever. So
I hear it on the way to work, and I still get juiced.
We use it to get juiced for a show.
It was we just know all the parts of the song. We know all the, when the music hits, when everything hits.
No, but you guys have the riffs. You guys have the slow tempo, like every piece of the actual
that just
song.
Goes for being the greatest of all time.
Yeah.
I remember in our early days, we went through this period where me and Mike were searching for our song.
Yeah. And
there were a couple of incarnations, We had a couple of things, the 50 Cent played a role in our history. Run DMC played a role in our history.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Actually, one of our favorites. Some people still think our best. And then one day Mike comes to me. Now, I will say that in the history of our friendship, a lot of the things that I get turned on to, especially in the realm of music, comes from Brother Whiplash. So one day, Brother Whiplash comes to me and he says, yo, you got to hear this song. Probably one of the hottest songs ever.
No, listen, I've driven you guys on shows. I've given Whiplash the aux cord before, okay? The Bluetooth privileges came to his phone.
So you know about DJ Dance and Destroy You.
Yeah, of course. Dance and Destroy You. You got to give it to him.
So the Brother Whiplash comes, he lets me hear this song, and almost instantly, like you said, Transporter soundtrack. I tend to remember it a little more from the Sin City soundtrack. The song was instantly recognizable. I recognized the song, but it was the first time that I actually sat down and listened to the song beginning to end. And it's one of those that it was upon the very first hearing. There was no other way to go but that. And because the song is so integral, the entrance was born from the song. The song gave birth to the entrance because we had been doing entrances for quite a while, but didn't have that choreography like you just explained.
Yeah.
It was that song, and once that song, because as you said, it takes a second for the song to really kick into gear, for the beat to drop, to come. So we had to figure out a way to build up the entrance in a way that wouldn't be us just wasting time getting to the part that we wanted to get to, but at the same time making it an entrance that people wanted to see.
It's a pretty long
As
intro,
a promoter, one of the big things I always look for when I try to hire talent is presentation. And when I see a guy who looks a certain way and the music is not on par with what this person is, like if you're coming out like as a teacher gimmick, but you came out to Disturbed, we have a problem.
Or the choreography of the
Whenever I get a person who comes in and their intro music is very soft and slow, but you come through the curtain with like megavolts of just fucking energy, it fucks with my head.
Right.
So what happens is that when you have a character or a gimmick that comes out to a slow tempo song, it's useful to make the most of that, or at least have it fit the character. You guys do have sort of a swagger and a charisma to you, but you don't come out with like this fucking fireball fucking entrance, right?
Hell
so
no, baby.
you build to that, because what ends up happening is that you use your song to build toward that. When you eventually do get in the ring and you throw those Z's up as ferocious as you do, it starts for you from the curtain. So as a question to you guys, how fucking maniacal does it make you when someone, even as your opponent, just throws on Kill Switch Engage for no fucking reason, and then and then you have to come out and follow that with your fucking entrance, and you're like, what the fuck is this shit?
Well, I got something for that, but Mike, you want to throw something in there before I go?
No.
No, there you go.
I think that rotates all the way back around to how we started this topic, which was presentation.
Right. That's
Now,
why I mentioned. That's why I asked. Right. Yeah.
This brings me to one of, and I'm glad we're open and we could talk about anything here. It brings me to one of the issues I have with indie wrestling.
Before you go, we're not just open.
Shit.
We're not just open to topics. Before you go, we're not just open to topics. I don't know if you heard last week, but I made a proclamation last week. Okay. One of the problems that some people have with my podcast is that it gets explicit and there's language, and sometimes the topic matter is all this, and I can't play it in front of my family members. I don't give a fuck
Put fucking headphones
what any
on.
fucking body has a fucking problem about my fucking podcast any fucking more. If you feel the need to go in a particular direction and use colorful language to get there, feel free, Brother Cage. Please preach to us right now.
I appreciate that. I could do it both ways, baby. You want to do PG, you want to do G, you want to do R, you want to do X. Just let me know.
Listen,
The bottom line is,
before you start going, give me R and X. I need a prescription, my nigga. Please go ahead and do what you need to do.
all right, so let me start off by saying kiss my ass to everybody out there. That's number one, if you don't support the greatest of all time. But let's get back on topic. This brings me back to the
Presentation,
problem that I have with indie wrestling in particular.
Go ahead. I've said it before.
And
too,
the
but go ahead.
performers in indie wrestling. You see, you got this mentality that infects the indie wrestling scene that the fans don't necessarily care about certain things. Because that thought process runs rampant throughout the wrestling industry, you have so many performers that do not give that care to certain things. Now, you can argue anything you want. The business has changed. We're in a new era. We're in a new day, and we're in a new all of that. The fact of the matter is that when you got the presentation and when you pay attention to those types of things, the fans pay attention. You just said it yourself, baby. If guy comes out to Disturbed and it's all high and mighty, but then he's a church reverend,
A dud.
not exactly making the connection between song, presentation, whatever it is, the entrance, the look, the gear, whatever it is that makes you you, the fans, you have to have something that makes the connection. I just explained it.
Right.
The song gave birth to the entrance. The entrance didn't give birth to the song. It wasn't until we found that song that I said, this is a song that deserves a special event type entrance. When this song hits, the people, anyone that has ever seen us before knows that they're about to get a show even before that bell rings.
Yeah.
My goal is to hook the audience before I even lock up for the first time. And that's the problem with indie wrestling.
That's half your work. If you can do that-
99.999 of indie wrestling and the performers in it believe that all that matters is the 5-6 star, the imaginary, might I add, 5-6
Which,
star
by the way, was created
match.
by a fan, but you go ahead.
That's right.
Because Dave Meltzer's nothing more than a fan.
And the fact of the matter is,
no, it's the facts.
Is that
it's the facts.
I'm
not speaking out of school here, and people know this shit.
This is the pill that indie wrestlers and the young boys today don't want to swallow. Is that your match means absolutely nothing, and when those fans go home the next day, when they go to school and they go to work, they're not gonna remember a damn thing you did in that ring. But guess what? They're gonna remember the dude that looked the coolest, that talked the coolest, that sounded the coolest, and that looked and performed the coolest that night and that show. And I'm sorry to say, anywhere we've gone, Orsini, you are bear witness to this. You've been a part of it. You have felt it.
Yeah.
There is nowhere that the greatest of all time have gone that we have not made an impact, and those people have not remembered us when we leave.
I've literally seen behind the curtain. I will be working with the music guy, obviously doing working Gorilla, working shows, and I know the Zoltan is behind the curtain. And I'll do another quick story because it's hilarious to me, and I tell the story as many times as I can because it's still funny. And you know where I'm going with this. Zoltan versus the set. Now, here's the thing. I'm going to tell this story. Yeah, he's going to laugh. I don't know if you've heard this story yet. Have you heard this story before? Okay. So what ended up happening is I'm working the Gorilla area, and we have the Zoltan versus the set. Now, the Zoltan are coming in his heels. All right? The Zoltan are coming in his heels. The problem is that a lot of the fans that came to the building are Zoltan fans. All right, a lot of them don't know who the fuck the set are because they're coming from Virginia, they're gassed, yada yada yada. But the set's the babyface. So the Zoltan was set to come out first. Okay, so the song hits, and the whole building is clapping and singing the song, and it'll all clear when the monkey shit, all that. They singing the whole song. So these guys, and I'm so caught up in the fucking song that I'm next to the music guy clapping and singing the song. And they go through the curtain, right? They're doing the whole thing. So I'm still fucking. I'm actually, now that I think of it, I think I was doing the spit like at the right time. Like I was there, and the set leans over to me and they're like, "Dude, they're the fucking heels. Can you not fucking cheer for them?" What? First of all, no one can hear me. No one can see me. I'm backstage, and they're fucking criticizing me for fucking doing. And I did the whole fucking entrance.
They were just hating.
I dipped for no reason. Right, and then I waited and did the whole with the freaking shimmy and the whole deal, the whole presentation. As a person who knows the entrance before you actually became a part of it, what was your thought processes in trying to include yourself in that?
I was just trying to feel like, okay, so where do I fit in all this? Where do I fit? And you know, in the beginning, I was just like, all right, I'm beautiful, I'm gorgeous. Let me just like pose and be like the goddess that I am. Let me just do that. And then the last show, I had to join my brothers and just start dancing. So there's a bunch of footage, videos. And I'm just like, you can't beat them, join them. Why not? Fight it. And honestly, like, it was the best. That's probably last month was the best entrance that we've had.
Now, as a promoter, and I've worked with you guys, I've worked with you guys as opponents. I've worked with you guys as promoter. I've worked with you guys as manager. All around.
Broadcaster.
And one of the most frustrating. No, we can add broadcaster to the list. Yeah.
Well, I mean, hey,
Jesus.
Let me tell you something. I don't know how you feel about it, but the promo that you and me and the interview that you and I did together for Rise of the Champions, the first ever Lions Den Battle Royal for Fighting Spirit Wrestling,
which
we both stands as one of my favorite promos.
Caught a ton of heat for that Lions Den Battle Royal. And how that went down. Oh, I'm going to tell that story. No. I'm going to tell that story. So what happened is that because the reason why I want to tell that story is because when I did the Royal Rumble for the Big Four on my show, I do like a go home thing where I talk about previous Rumbles and yada yada yada.
Yes.
So I had mentioned at the Royal Rumble go home show that I did that I've never actually performed in a Royal Rumble match, but I've written one before. And the one that I've written was the one that you won, okay? And I was a part of a 3-man team that put that shit together.
Right.
And all I could remember from the beginning conversations is that you were extremely strong-minded about the idea that you had to be one, right? That you had to be one. Now,
I'm going to tell an alternate version to that story.
Okay, all right. So, but that was what was fed to me. It's just like we weren't sure if you were going to win just yet. We just knew that Cage had to be one. Right? So I was like, all right, cool, no problem. So we're going through the whole deal. This guy's going to eliminate this guy, and we're writing the whole fucking thing out. And I think there was like 20. Was it 20 people? Something like that.
About 25. Something.
It was a weird number. We never
number.
gave a number in the introduction. We just said it was a battle royal, right? So we're going through the whole deal, and by the end of it, we had kind of written ourselves into a position where you were going to win the match. So you were going from one. You were going from one to win the actual battle. We kept calling it battle royal, but it was a Royal Rumble. It was timed entrances and all this stuff. So when we got to who was going to win the match, and they had chosen you. Now I'm your friend, but I still wanted logic. So I said, okay, if he's coming in from one and he's doing all this stuff, where are we headed after this? Because if you go from one to winning, I'm assuming that means he's the next guy, right? Correct. That's where we're going with this.
Correct.
And which he agreed to. He says, like, yeah, we're going to do him and Mikey. We're going to do this whole thing. Yada, yada, yada. So I said, okay, cool. So, Cage is a promo guy. And I was like, yeah. It's like, okay, so at the end of this, will he be doing some kind of promo or addressing the fact that he won or some heel shit where he just fucking...
He'll do it no matter what.
Right, but when I pitched this to him, he said... No, when I pitched this to him, he said no. He said, no. We'll just have the match or whatever. He'll win. He'll do the whole deal and then whatever. So I said, okay, cool. So we get to the show. We're in Rockaway, and I'm still pitching like, you really should let this fucking guy say something. Something. He'll give him like 60 seconds. And they were adamant. No. And it got to the point where I guess I was annoying him, so he sicked the wife on me. And she was like backing me off.
Oh, buddy.
Yeah.
That's when
I stopped pitching it.
Bad.
Right. Yeah, well, that's when I stopped pitching it. But I already knew in my head what I was going to do. So I was like, all right. So I'm ring announcing the show, right? And I was told, no promo. Stop asking about the promo. All right, no problem. So the Battle Royal opens the show. So he comes out first, does the whole deal, great match, yada, yada, yada. And I slide in. First of all, I'm supposed to announce the winner outside of the ring. They should have known, red flag, that I went into the ring. And so there was a problem. So there's like this weird, intense moment. Like we're looking at each other, and I don't think... At the time, I think you kind of figured it out.
I didn't know at first what you were doing, but I felt something.
Yeah, the DJ fucking lowered the music, and which was my cue. So I didn't say anything. I didn't announce him. I didn't do anything. I just slid into the ring and went like that. And I just handed him the mic.
Which is beautiful because still to this day, there's a still shot photo.
Yeah. I have
Orsini
that somewhere.
Passing me the microphone
with this like intense
and if you
look
pay
at both
attention,
of us,
me and Orsini have our eyes locked on each other
because we
hard.
knew.
Because the only two that knew that some shit was about to go down.
He's passing me the mic, and it's almost like with his eyes, he's like, fuck this shit up.
Yes, I was. I was like, please hit a home run because if this shit is terrible, I'm in so much trouble.
About to catch heat for something. It better be good.
The reason why I say we call it heat is because the wife was mad at us when he actually
did. The wife is always mad.
When he did the actual promo, it made sense. And it got the heat that they wanted. And it was everything that it was supposed to be. And it wasn't even long.
It was short and sweet. It was
short and sweet. And he said what he had to say, and that was just it. And it set him up, unfortunately, for that run. I think he was with Talon after that, right?
It was. I even delivered a nice catchphrase that I thought I was going to take to the future on that night.
So, yeah. That's just another example of giving someone an opportunity and seeing. It was an easy guess for me because it's you. And you and I have had private conversations about promo styles, and you've critiqued mine, I've critiqued yours. But I know, and I think you know about me, that in a crunch situation, we can cut promos on the spot. So I just told that story. Now I'm going to pass it on to you guys. During the FSW days, and we're gonna pick up at this point. During the FSW days, when I was there, the group was there. It was me, it was you, it was Whiplash, it was Ray's. We were all there. Even the infamous G Murder. All right, I definitely wanted to bring him up in this podcast. That was with the original 4.
Never forget the original.
Right, for those of you who are listening and learning about the GO for the first time, the original 4 is Whiplash, Cage, Ray's, and G Murder, who is Ray's brother.
Ray's brother.
Yes, real life brother.
And he got busy with adulting. So he had to do what I had to do, and I stepped in as 4, and now Ivy is 4. So the 4 is consistent. You guys have always had a rotation of 4 with the original 3 members. But back in the FSW days in Fighting Spirit Wrestling, we had the group thing going. Well, not we. I wasn't a part of the group just yet, but you guys.
He was down. You just.
We were all friends. Yeah, I was like Will Black. I was like an alternate.
Yeah, we friends.
I was an alternate.
Down.
Yeah, I took the Mark pick.
I took a lot of pride. I took a lot of pride at that time, especially because I knew that your hosting and ring announcing career was growing, and it was where your focus was at the time. I took a lot of pride in looking at you as, as my mean gene. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Anytime I
did,
knew that me and Orsini were going to hook up for a promo, I knew it was going to be juicy.
I think you hit me when we really started going with the old thing. You hit me with let me tell you something.
Well, let me tell you something, Orsini. Yeah. You got to throw that in one time. Got to throw the Tucumania in there one time. You know what I mean?
So the FSW days, you guys were the team, and then we did the whole group thing, and you had the 4 guys, G Murder and Rays. And that was kind of the original incorporation of that group. A lot of time has passed since those days, about 6 years. And like I said, we've had many different incarnations. But the two, you and Whiplash, have always kind of been a consistent until one day it wasn't. Right, and you know where I'm going with this. There was a little bit of a rift between the group, and let's talk about it, because what happens is, in my opinion, and this is my opinion, third party, had it not been from an outside source turning the group onto itself, the group would have still been standing. And my evidence of my argument is here you are sitting on my couch. Yeah, you guys have been friends basically since childhood. Yeah. All of a sudden, this guy gets involved. It becomes a very tense situation. What do you guys want to share about that little situation? Because at one point, Zoltan was no more, and then we had our conversations, and then poof, Zoltan is back. So that in between, what happened during that in between?
May I kick it and then tag you in?
Rock out, brother.
I'd like to give.
I would like to give
one perspective and then pass it off to Brother Whiplash, because I know he has his own account of how things went down, which me and him have spoken in nauseum about at this point. Like you said, we've been friends since childhood, and the one consistent factor in this group, and I would like to say the seeds and the founding fathers in a lot of senses, is me and Brother Superstar. That being the case, we entered the Ludus Wrestling Center in 2011, late 2011. Yeah. We're pretty much given keys to the castle. The man tells us that we are going to be the next tag team that takes over the tag team wrestling scene in pro wrestling, which me and Mike firmly believe because our confidence in ourselves is so high. We get to a certain point, and truth be told, as was told to us, Superstar and myself were the very first 2 graduates of the Ludus Wrestling Center.
Graduates, air quotes. Go ahead.
Thank you.
Yeah,
graduates, air quotes, followed closely by our brothers Rays and Murder. Made our quote-unquote pro debut in, I would say, late 2012, something like that. But a little while, fast forward to
don't shortchange yourself. It was 2011.
2011,
That's
December
when we did
of 11.
The Immortals Holiday show.
Immortals Holiday, December,
match, yeah.
I believe 4th or 5th of 2011, something like that, would have been the 8-man tag.
Yeah, the 8-man tag. Yeah.
Yes, the GOAT's very first 8-man tag on the indie wrestling scene.
I think one of the last, though, first and last, wasn't it?
As far as the original version of the GOAT is concerned,
the original
yes.
version, yeah. Which I'll be posting that match in promotion of this interview, but go ahead.
Nice. It's actually a pretty good match.
It's a dope match, especially since Mac is in that
that's
match.
Right. Monster Mac.
And they're on their way out.
Ortiz of LAX. Talon.
The FTW heavyweight champion, if I'm not mistaken, is
that's
in
right.
that match.
And Kono. That's right. 4 great guys. We had a great time working with them that night. It was actually one of our more fun events that we performed at.
Go ahead.
But, you fast forward some time after that, and there happened to be a certain incident that was the catalyst to the separation period between Whiplash and myself. And I'm going to try to tell the story really quick because I don't know if I've ever told this story publicly, but I'm going to very quickly. So we're at what used to be known as the Ludus Wrestling Center Expos, the student expos, which I know, Orsini, you remember. You were the host of these expos.
I hosted all of them except the last one.
That's very true. You were the host with the most. I think a phrase coined by myself. And there was a night that the Superstar and myself were going up in tag team action against the world famous SAT, the Maximo Brothers.
Right.
A match that we had been working toward for quite some time. Now, we're told by management, I'm going to use the word management here throughout this podcast, just to be...
Give it a name.
Just to keep it clean. So, love you guys out there if you're listening. We're told by management.
Asshole douchebag is too long, so we're going to put management.
That's right. And the love is real. But we're told by management that this match that we're having on this in particular night is going to work itself into a continuing angle.
Right.
With the SAT.
Program, as they say.
A program, as they say. Which me and Superstar were very, very excited about. As I said, we were working toward this for quite a while. And we felt that at the conclusion of this program, we would be at a better place in terms of our team than we were when we started it. Now, that night was filled with...
bullshit.
Thank you. And it started
No, I'm sorry. Wrestling jargon. Politics. But yeah,
okay, yes.
Yeah.
Politics, sorry.
It's same thing, synonyms, but okay.
It's still bullshit.
Hey, you have a mic. You can call bullshit if you'd like.
It's still...
I don't need a mic. I'm Puerto Rican.
Yeah.
Oh, good one.
Those are all facts.
It started with the Music Man, right? So we have an issue with the Music Man. You know, the equipment wasn't working correctly that night. As we've talked about multiple times already, I am very big on presentation. So if I feel beforehand that my presentation is being ruined before we even are allowed to work, I'm going to feel a certain type of way, which I did.
Right.
That being said, me and Mike still went out to work. We were not in the best frame of mind when we walked out that night. But we still worked. We still did what we had to do. I have mixed feelings on the actual match that took place that night. But it is what it, it was what it was. Now, because I was feeling so hot that night, I decided, as we've also discussed, to grab the live mic.
Oh, God.
At the end of the show, which we have, which we know doesn't always turn out in
a
positive way.
They call him Jesse James.
It might not be positive. It's always fun, though.
Now,
I know you're always having a blast when he grabs.
I love it.
I grabbed the mic, and I may have said a couple of derogatory comments about said person running the production in the back. And at that moment, my live mic was cut. To which Brother Whiplash whispers in my ear following that moment.
Oh, I did.
To smash the mic on the floor.
That's it.
Now, I don't know if it was the anger, it was the blood boiling, or whatever. But for
your brother called an audible on that one.
For some reason, when the Superstar called that audible, at that second, it sounded like the greatest idea of all time.
Yeah.
So I proceeded.
That's great.
With all my might to smash that microphone on the floor. Make my way to the back with Whiplash in tow, and
not happy.
The production guy was not happy. I was not happy with the production guy.
You're so professional.
I tried.
The production guy.
You know what? I tried to let bygones be bygones.
You're so mature now.
And hey, I've grown. It's been a long time. I'm not the same guy I was in 2011.
No, there you go. Go ahead. You're so calm about this story now. Go ahead.
Just try to, Just try to protect everybody involved.
Baby.
You know what I'm saying?
Because you said you've never told the story publicly, but you seem very well versed in how the story should go.
I just like to choose my words wisely. I want everybody to get the full picture here. Anybody who's listening.
All right.
So, I have my differences with the production guy. We walk backstage, and I try my very, very hardest to turn the other cheek and just make my way to the rear locker room and try and get dressed and end my night. It's at this moment that the production guy decides he wants to make a slick, tough guy comment out of his mouth. To which, let's just say I didn't react too kindly to that comment. Things got a little explosive backstage, and before you know it, there was a pull-apart going on in the locker room, to which the live crowd could hear from in front of the curtain.
Oh, you knocked them out.
I did not, because I didn't get that far. Yeah. I didn't get that far because, like I said, there was a pull apart. But let's just say there's a certain close friend of ours who I'm not going to mention right now because he's a big time television wrestler that was at my aid and at my defense that night. And, had it not been for someone pulling him away, the production guy probably would have ended up with a little blood coming out of his face. Now, we get to the back, And management is not too happy with the fact that I smashed their $200 or whatnot microphone.
Right.
Like $50.
To which at the moment, I could give two shits.
Right.
My heated self proceeded to argue with management, plead my case. They pled their case to me. Some nasty things were said back and forth. And a line was said to me that any girl that I've ever dated should know you never say to the absolute Kris Kage, and is that if you want to leave, there's the door.
I'm out.
And at which point you made
At
the door
which point my
your
bag
lover
got picked
and
up.
entered.
That's right. At which point my bag got picked up. I started to remove all my belongings from said building, and I walked out. Now, when it comes to me and Brother Whiplash, our separation came from the fact that upon my departing said company, Brother Whiplash decided to stay in said company. And, you know, for a very long time, and he knows this, we've talked about this over and over and over again for hours and hours and hours. At that time,
which, for the record, is the reason why I asked. Because there is a fan base that has followed you from the early days to now that may not know this. And I think it's important to know, because although that was a dark period, the fact that you went that low to now be this high, I think is important for people to know as a part of the story. Because you guys, I'm sure, in Whiplash, you're going to get your chance to say your piece, I guess, to the whole thing. But I think it's important that people understand the highs and lows. Because I think when they see the Zoltan, they have this, and this is going to be another Pee Wee Herman situation, perception. Perception is huge in this business. You get booked, you make money off of perception. There's a lot of dudes on top who shouldn't be on top because of that perception. There's a lot of guys on the bottom who shouldn't be on the bottom, but they're there because of the perception. And I think people see you guys and they see a team that's been together for so long, they can't possibly be, they got to be stale by now. But no, there was periods here where we did this and we did this and then we recreated ourselves again, because you guys have metamorphosized yourselves so many times. So this is just a part of the story. So I just wanted to let you guys know where I was going with this and let the audience know why I'm going. I don't mean for this to be like this depressing, sad podcast, but I just want to, because we're going to get back to the funny shit after this, but this is, to me, like, it's a part of the storytelling. Like, there was a low here. So now I want to, go ahead. I don't want to cut you off. I just want to explain that.
And you make a great point. And, a pretty long amount of time went by where me and Whiplash, we parted ways and we stood separate from each other.
A tense time, because you and I had conversations during that time.
And you know for a fact that I wasn't feeling very well during that time.
No,
and
you were off. Like, as a person, you were off.
I wasn't in my right state of mind because there was, as corny as it might sound, and what you just said, there was kind of a part of me missing, especially when it came to the wrestling business. You know, you got to say, no matter what me and Mike, or no matter what me and the Superstar share outside of the wrestling business, the basis and the foundation of our friendship and when we first met was our shared love of professional wrestling. Right. And it's what we built our entire bond on. It's why he's my hetero life mate. And we'll be together probably until the day we die.
For the record, I know you guys are friends with me.
No homo.
He called it.
I did say the word heterosexual life mate.
I know we're all
so
friends
all
here,
the
but
dumb
I want to
motherfuckers out there. That means straight life partner. Okay.
I want to let you guys know that people do download my shows. Okay, I'm not one of these podcasts where it gets like 1 or 2 views a month. Okay, I got people listening to my shit, so that's gonna pass around.
Go ahead, weather the storm. All right.
Go ahead.
Let me just say, once I graduated college,
right,
I miss wrestling even more because of Whiplash. Like, I literally missed the fuck out of this guy.
Nigga, you the MVP of this podcast right now. The glue, you complete everyone.
Like, when I'm literally at training.
Without you, they're just the goodest of all time.
Hell no. I'm just Ivy, not the Silver Queen.
But yeah, he's very influential.
Legit, when I'm training and he walks to the door, my confidence level literally goes up like 100 folds. And it's like, not to toot your horn or anything.
Oh, there you go. Just a pat on the back. There you go.
Love you too, sis.
I don't mean to toot my horn, but toot, baby.
Shout out to Double A.
There you
The
go.
fucking best, man. You know it.
This is the moment right here, brother. I mean, you and I have had some conversations too about this. I didn't want to pull any scabs up here, but I mean, the floor is
It's all
yours,
good,
brother.
bro.
If you wanna do your thing, and what happened? Go ahead, just there you go. Because I think can we confirm the story that he told leading up to him storming out? We can confirm that.
Yeah, yes.
So talk to
That's
me now
definitely
more
confirmed.
about the fact that the decision process to stay rather than go with Cage.
What happened was basically the whole thing was a big misunderstanding between me and my brother.
Right.
But really the reason I stood that day is because I was trying to be like a Band-Aid kind of thing. You know what I mean? Just patch this shit up. Because like he just said, we're supposed to be in this program. We're supposed to be, you know, on the road to big things.
Trying to keep business together.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I'm trying to keep that going. Yes, a misunderstanding happened, but this is fucking wrestling.
Right.
Anybody that's a wrestler knows there's bullshit involved with everything.
Mm-hmm.
So, of course, you know, he broke the mic. I encouraged that. But
Okay.
yeah, I was trying to, you know, fix that up. Make sure our shit was still.
Because usually it's
intact.
broken condoms that ruin a relationship. Y'all broke a mic.
You see what I'm saying?
So, okay, all right.
Microphone.
So we can overcome this. All right.
You know what I mean?
Just buy a new one.
Yeah. Just like the condoms. Just buy another one.
One thing led to another, and it was like a snowball. You know what I
Right,
mean?
yeah.
It started with one thing. and it
Egos
was
got
just
involved, feelings
another
got hurt,
and another,
yeah.
and another, and it took
But
a
there
long
was,
time.
I was going to say, it was at least 2 years, was it?
Three.
Or
3 years.
3.
Yeah.
I think it grew from something small into all
Into-
parties wanted very much to find that place where we can come together. The trouble we all had was figuring out how. I think we all had, and this includes Raise and Murder. I think we all had trouble finding a way and how to approach making up with each other.
Yes.
It's kind of like we joked about earlier. You know, you have a fight with your girl, and let's say you know you were wrong, and you're trying to figure out how to go and say you're sorry. And I
Right,
think
because
that
the
was
rift
the
happened
biggest
between
thing.
you and Whiplash, but yet while you guys were going through your thing, the stepbrothers, so to speak, Raised Murder, who will always be actual blood family, they have to kind of take the position of being on the outside because
Right.
they don't want to choose. There were times where they hung with you, and then there were times they hung with you, but they couldn't do the two
As
together.
you said, they're real blood brothers.
Right,
so
exactly.
They know what it's like to get into some shit with your brother.
Right.
And
But
they were very supportive.
I was going to
They were
say,
actually
yeah, they were
on-
trying
on-
to.
on both sides.
They weren't really right. Exactly. That's what I'm trying to get to. Is like they weren't really choosing a side per se.
Mm-hmm.
They hung with you, and I remember having conversations with the two of them literally telling me they need to figure this shit out because we
Yeah.
can't keep with the it's like divorced parents, so to speak. It's like I can't, I mean, 2 Christmases are cool, but the rest of the year kind of sucks, So you guys went through this whole moment. There was miscommunication. There was a lot of stuff going on between the two of you. Now I'm going to tell a quick short story about me and him for a second.
Yeah.
Because what happened is that when the day finally came and phone calls were made and the 4 of you got together finally, and the tears were had, and the words were said, and okay, here we go. The team is back together again. There was some time that went by, and then we had a training day over at Daro's. And we had a lot of the 2KW guys, which I'm going to get which is next, the 2KW side of the whole thing. A lot of 2KW guys there. We had a lot of it was almost like a small little mini. You know how every now and then, every 6 or 7 months, 2KW gets
I
together.
still may have pictures from that day.
Has like this little reunion, and we did these little singles matches, and you had one with Drastic on this particular day, where y'all went hard which is what you and Drastic always do, but on this particular day, like a lot of the 2KW guys, because of this rift, there were kind of like some battle lines drawn there. You were an FSW guy for some reason over there, while 2KW was doing his own thing. We were back, we were running our own shows, and you were kind of doing your thing over at the Ludus. Now the ties with the Ludus is over. The group is back together. So this was like your first time really acclimating back to the group. And I remember you and Drastic going at it ferociously. And everybody on the side going, oh, fuck. I really hope he's not doing this just because he's back and he's just trying to show us what's up. And because by that time, when we had last seen you, you were the Whiplash of this guy, and years had gone by. And even though there was a rift, you were still training, you were working, you were polished as fuck.
That's it,
the
baby.
next time we saw you. So was Drastic, because you guys had been doing it together that whole time. So when you guys were going at it, a lot of the guys were just like, fuck. And you guys were hitting. And when the fucking thing was over, I don't know if you recall, but I was the first one in. I was like, nigga, welcome back. It was just like, for real. It was just like, it was like a welcome home party. Like, we hugged, embraced. Like,
It had to
I
happen.
think, and maybe I'm wrong, I'll give you the chance to answer. I think maybe you didn't know it. Maybe it was subconscious, but I think there was a piece of you that was just like, I'm going to show these niggas what they've been missing out on, because we were already on 2 shows deep when you came back. Hence the tag team match for 3. But I think there was a piece of you that was just like, nigga, y'all shouldn't have been doing this without me. Because when it was over, like, I mean, there was fucking raw emotion in that gym. We were like, we hadn't seen Mikey in, like you said, 3 years. And here he is fucking killing it with Drastic. He was just here yesterday. So speak on that. Was there a piece, or was it just you and Drastic regular business? Like, what was the mentality behind that?
I actually had talked to Drastic because I hit up all my closer friends that I had not spoken to for, like you said.
Yeah, you were
3
running the
years.
gauntlet. Yeah, you were.
You know what I mean?
Talking to a lot of people. Yeah.
It was like I had to reconnect with everybody, and I had to make sure that everybody was going to embrace me the way I wanted to be.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I'm guessing that day at the gym, me and Drastic it was just a thing. Like, it had to happen. Like,
Because y'all went at it like that shit was fucking Monday Night Raw. Y'all
That's
was
it, baby.
I mean, the whole
It had
spot
to
with
be.
the pickup DVD and all this
It
different
had
shit.
to be.
That was a
It had
regular
to happen.
training day for me, though.
Well,
Yeah.
you know, I was
Again,
going
though,
to
That was a
say
regular
when-
training day because
when we go
Drastic
to
also
train, like-
trained me.
All right, the way I look at it is,
Right, but my point is that when we had last seen him, he, to be fair, was not on that level. If that was training for him, the room was shocked. They were like, holy fuck. We were seeing things from him, and to be fair, Drastic as well, that we had never seen before. So because I knew already the team was happening, because I'm part of the promotional team
Yeah,
and all
yeah.
that stuff. I knew the team was happening.
You had the backstage
and I had
stuff.
my reservations because I hadn't seen you in forever. So when I saw that, I hit Pete up. Money. This is going to be a lot of fun.
It's gonna be lit.
Yeah, this is going to be crazy because...
well, like I said, it
Yeah.
was. I hadn't talked to a lot of the guys.
Because to be
in a
fair,
long
and
time.
if you've noticed, we're an hour in. I don't know if you guys have been feeling like
wow,
that.
really?
Yeah.
It's
Really?
that
So
so
good.
When you have fun.
Yeah,
Jesus.
this is how my show goes, baby. It's Uncensored Mind.
Drinks are flying. We're
I
good,
know.
baby.
Oh, for those of you wondering, because the last round table I said bourbon, tonight was vodka. So there you go. But there's when you guys went into the Ludus, you guys were already, in my opinion, very, very good. All the bad things that we can say about that experience, and I've said them on the podcast myself. On the podcast, I say I'll give him the one thing. He gave me the shot. Every time I'm asked, no matter what Joel ever did to me, I always tell people all the time, I started in Fighting Spirit with the Maximo Bros. I will always say that, no matter what happens. You guys were very, very good when you went to that school. When you came out of it, both of you, polished, the footwork, everything that you can expect of a professional was there. I hadn't seen you in 3 years up until that point. So when that happened, when that occurred, when I saw that fucking thing between you and Draft, I was like, oh shit, we got money over here. I already knew where you were, but when to see you come back, and then I was like, you put that fucking team together against a hot ass EYFBO at that time. This is gonna be great. But
the
let's
chemistry was a worry at that time too.
I was. I'm gonna be honest. I was.
It was.
Yeah,
It was.
I
You know, one of the things in the back of my head was, are we gonna click the same way that we always did?
Right.
Which you know, thankfully, it only took one night to find out the answer to that question.
So, speaking of the one night, let's talk about the one number and the 2 letters. Let's talk about the one letter and the one number and the 2 letters. So 2KW, all right, you guys are what is labeled as 2KW originals. Yeah, come back way before we ended up doing all those shows at Darrow's Extreme Fitness, which, by the way, we're going to bring up again later because you guys are returning to your old stomping grounds.
That's right. Got some
And
big stuff.
what? Just a few. Wait a minute. I'm
In
trying
just
to think.
7
Next
days.
week. Yeah,
Well,
next
that's the
week.
thing. Okay.
I mean, by the time
wait,
this-
I was going to say, yeah, well, let's preface this by saying this will air on Wednesday And I have the date in front of me, Wednesday the 21st, which would mean when this airs, it'll be 2 days. So y'all better get the promotion.
So in just 48 hours, brother.
We're gonna be back at Daryl's Extreme Fitness. And we're gonna talk about that card because I was making the joke the other day. That shit looks like a New York City All-Star game. That's what it looks like.
It's definitely going to be the biggest all-star, action-packed, and probably hard-hitting wrestling show you're going to see all year.
Well, let's talk about 2KW for just a split second because we were in that building, and I would like to make the statement now out loud, and I've told Frank this, so I'm not speaking out. You guys know me. I don't say shit out in public that I don't say to people's faces. We made that building relevant for at least 2 years.
That's right.
Okay, he did a great job promoting his promotion, which is Bronx Wrestling Federation. He was drawing nice houses up until about 2014, which is when we came in. And then we came in with our audience and filled that building up literally every night, which he flyered and sold his shit at. So I don't want to hear any bitching complaining about our fucking audience. And Daryl's Extreme Fitness, for those of you who are unaware, if you're not in the area, it's located in the Bronx, deep within the Bronx.
Oh, that shit is.
It's a 6-train ride to Whitlock Avenue, which, again, we'll get into the promotional mode later. But 2KW ran its shows there. You were the very first main event of the 2KW Pro version of 2KW, which is the stuff that we'll talk about for obvious reasons. So the 2KW, and your opponent was the guy you mentioned earlier, your yin to your yang. Actually, you could go either way.
To my Neo.
Yeah, I was going to say, you can go either way with that because while you have great chemistry with Drastic, you have amazing history with Ortiz.
Correct.
So you can either actually kind of go either way with those two. So you have chemistry with both Santana and Ortiz in that situation. But in this main event, it was you, and we'll just, for legal reasons, call him Santana.
Correct.
I've been calling him Drastic for the last hour, but I'll switch over to the Santana mode now because that was the first main event, and you had some apprehensions about this main event at first.
Well,
let's talk about that.
You gotta keep in mind, as we talked about before, it had been 3 years at that point because.
After the Ludus, you were done.
After the Ludus, I was done.
That whole story you told, that was pretty much the end of your in-ring career at that point.
The falling out between me and Whiplash was definitely my taking off from the wrestling business.
You fucked him up big time, dude. Like, when you left, that was it.
It's all good. Water under the bridge, you know?
You want to talk about promos, because you were talking about your favorite promos, the one with me and you, Rise of the Champions.
Yes.
That promo we filmed at the amphitheater. The one promoting that first main event when we did the click back to reality.
Right.
We had that
back to reality promo.
For those of you wondering at home, this guy is kind of a creative mastermind, and it was he pitched the. I don't know if you've seen the promo. He pitched the change in color at the amphitheater. When he was going over the promo, we were filming it, and it was like nighttime. We were doing this whole thing, and he said, "Is there any way that you can do this whole thing black and white?" Up until the line of moment of clarity, and then I snap, and I want all the color, like the regular
That's my
video.
brother.
Yeah, and I told him yes. When I left, I went, oh shit, I don't know if I can do that.
But you did it though, right?
No, but I figured
made
it out.
happen.
I made it happen.
Exactly.
And I was listening to his promo, and normally when I record promos, I shoot the promo straight up. The only thing I really edit is like beginning and end, kind of trim it up, and then I just send the promo out because I bank on the promo itself selling whatever it is it's going to sell. Right. With that promo, you were telling this story about how I'll let you describe the promo, but I pitched this idea to you, which was the one thing you didn't tell me, which was the soundtrack. There was a song that we had put to the back end of the story, which I don't even know if you know. It was a violin version of Evanescence's "Bring Me to Life," which was core to the point of his promo, and it just fit because it was a violin. It wasn't just like it was a violin that kind of set to the ebb and flow of what he was trying to say. So, talk to me about the promo, because that promo, which is another thing that I'm going to put up to promote this podcast, that. What was the thought behind that promo? Because like you said, you were out for about 2 or 3 years, and you had so much in here, and yet you were able to get it out in 3 minutes. How the fuck were you? Because I had pictures of that mother,fucker. I would edit
you
fucking
went all out with
bro.
the production, which I must say, once I actually saw it, I was real juiced up about it, and it did help with my anticipation for the actual event, because I didn't exactly. It was almost like I didn't feel even I don't know if I even bought my own shit until I saw the actual promo, and I was like, okay.
You talked about
He's
his kid.
still-
You talked about
he's
you
still
brought
in there.
shit in there, man.
Right. And like you said, it was all about telling a story. So while I had so much on my mind, and there was a part of me that wanted to just go off and rant and rave, I knew that the goal was to sell the event, and the story was about me and Mr. Santana. And I tried to tell that story as best we could. We had a long history. We had trained together for a very long time. Everything that was said in that promo was 100% true. And I think that's why, the feeling kind of comes through. And then with the soundtrack that you added, the effect, the moment of clarity and everything just kind of brought it all together.
It's one of my favorite things that I've ever done. And I didn't do anything except be behind the scenes of it. Which is the story of my fucking career. If you
Just
really want to be fucking...
from an outsider point of view, because at this point, like we were just talking about, we hadn't reconnected at this time. So I was like an outsider, like just strolling through Facebook
on YouTube, just saw it,
run
and
upon,
just,
just find it.
Yeah,
and it was crazy. Like I wanted to know who edited this thing, who came up with the ideas, who did all the stuff, because.
Yeah,
I didn't know anything about
son.
anything.
Pat on the back.
I wasn't a part of the 2KW thing till, like you said, I made my 2KW Pro debut at 3.
Yeah, which was several months in. Yeah, because
there was already 2 shows in before I even was thought about. So when I saw that promo, it was like, all right, I might maybe have to go. I don't know how people are gonna feel about me being in the building, but I might have to go check this shit out. Like it was good. It was good.
Definitely.
I will say that that promo definitely pointed me in the direction of where we are now in terms of.
It set the tone for 2KW Pro.
It set the tone for 2KW Pro.
We used that promo to promote the last show, which was you guys as the GOAT against Pazuzu.
Correct.
Because you did the deal with Drastic, Santana.
Everything came full circle.
Yeah, because you had the singles match, then the triple threat match, and then you guys had the tag match, and then all these things in between where you were messing with each other.
The 6-man tag versus Padudu.
Yeah, right. Well, but even before that, when you guys did the commentary, and then it drove EYFBO to be like, oh, I can't do this 3-on-2, and then here comes Jacka, and then we got the whole Pazuzu versus the Guild thing, and that was the match that closed the doors on 2KW. So you kind of bookmarked it. You opened us up, and then the feud metamorphosized into all this different stuff. And it was like even though it didn't last very long, I think it was about a 2-year run. It was a hell of a story. It was
a very fun ride.
Yeah, it was a hell of a story. And incorporating you back was a twist for people. They didn't expect it. I mean, they got jacked with you coming back, and then the GOAT reuniting officially on shows with Rays now as a 3-man these were all chapters that, if you think about it, kind of led to where you guys are now, because now the stable is the way that it is. It's part of that evolution for the GOAT. Which brings me back to the young lady over here.
Hello.
She thought that I had forgotten about her. I have not forgotten about her.
I know you didn't forget. I'm staring at you right in your face. So you didn't
directly, yes, exactly. Again, audio-wise, there's no video.
That.
She's literally across the fucking laptop
right
from me.
Right across.
I wanted to. You're here. Is any of this new to you, or you've heard all these stories already before?
Some is definitely new to me.
Oh, she's learning all your dirty little secrets tonight.
Some is new,
good,
and it's
baby.
like intriguing because when we go to WXW in a March, I'm like, oh, so
I'm sure those road trips are like,
so tell me more, guys.
Now it's gonna be story time in the car.
Extremely,
it's gonna be definitely story time, and I'm gonna have my auxiliary cord ready for you.
Oh yes, please
by default,
please do.
You will not regret that decision. Best road trip decision of your life.
I was getting pissed off on my own music.
I'm
so
kind
like,
of a DJ,
me, I know. So
you're hearing all this stuff, and the reason why I went down memory lane and now I'm coming directly back to you was that because I was hoping some of that would be new. Hearing this now, seeing the highs, seeing the lows, seeing everything that they've been through.
Up, ain't you?
I'm not trying to fuck
It's
nobody
right.
up. I'm trying to let the audience know.
You know,
hey man, if you got tears, man, don't hold it back, man. If you feel it in your chest, baby, let it go. Okay.
Be careful. I'm an emotional guy.
You're seeing the highs, you're seeing the lows here, you're seeing what this team has been through, and now you're the person coming in now. Okay, and we went down memory lane. I could sit here and talk more about 2KW. You guys have such a long history, but I want to focus more on you, not so much 2KW. And right now, you're the manager of the WXWC4 Elite Tag Team Champions, and soon to be I don't want to be biased here. Soon to be.
You can say it.
WXWC4 Ultimate Heavyweight Champion,
Hell
the
yeah.
Monster King Reyes. I have not spoken much about Reyes so far because he unfortunately
He's not
could
here.
not make it here tonight. So I wanted to make it centric to who is here. But we couldn't talk about the GOAT. I can't promote the GOAT for this podcast if we don't spend at least a few minutes talking about the big man himself.
You have to, baby.
So you were trained by Whiplash. You met Cage, and you guys clicked creatively. Talk to me now about your relationship with the big man.
Reyes and I, it's like
If you say big brother, little sister, I gotta.
no, it's not even like that.
That's
It's
a
a
good-
cop out.
I'm older than him,
it's
and I
not-
feel
it's-
like that.
Yeah.
It's not even like that. It's like the brother that I always love to fight with, but I still love at the same time.
Yeah,
That's basically the relationship.
which is
it's
I
like
think all of our.
I
Probably
love-
the most accurate thing I've ever heard.
I love to like, I don't know. I just love to push his buttons to see how far I can take it.
Nice.
I don't know. That's basically the little sister.
You're
in
so
me.
Spanish.
I'm so Puerto Rican. Yeah.
His
But-
buttons are very pushable.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
he's
know,
been
but-
pushing for fucking years. The
Yeah.
fact that Ray
I know.
hasn't decked his ass by now is amazing.
You literally,
It's
you
a
literally,
testament to
Amazing.
our love.
How much he loves you. Yeah.
you literally have to be in
Reyes
the
has
car with
called
us.
me at 2 a.m, dead ass on the phone. This fucking guy. This fucking
Yo.
guy.
I've gotten it.
Yeah, you've gotten the call too. So yeah, you got. So you have
You see, for me, fortunately, I get the Facebook messages.
a. Okay.
So he tells me, Ivy, so what's the plan? What
What's
are we
the,
doing?
yo, that's his cat. Why is that shit not on a shirt for Reyes? What's the plan?
What's
That's
the plan? What
big
are we
ass
doing?
question mark. What's the and the dot being his face? Like
Yeah.
that, with the mouthpiece like that. What's the plan? Yeah,
Yeah,
definitely no.
and,
Preaching to the choir here on that one.
We actually had the pleasure to train a couple of months ago together
Okay.
because our schedules are so opposite, and I really saw a lot of myself within him. Like, he has like this passion and this rage that I harbor within my soul, and he like already brings it out. So basically, when I see him bring his rage out, it's like, it's okay, do your thing, girl. And it's like, everything just comes on out.
There you go. We
That's that controlled rage right
Real
there.
life.
There's something about Reyes that like I don't want to kill the gimmick, but he's a pretty even keel dude for the most part until his match is next.
He's a
And
teddy
he's
bear.
behind the
until-
curtain. There's
he's
something
a-
about
Reyes is a teddy
till you
bear
fuck with him.
until
That's basically what it is.
No, it's literally right before his match, right
It's
before
he's
yeah.
a teddy bear up until Gorilla.
Yeah, up until
Oh,
Gorilla.
that's
And
Anybody who knows wrestling
I
knows
made-
that Gorilla means when we're at the curtain.
Reyes
Once we're at the curtain,
Reyes
he turns into an animal.
always blames me for the death of A.R. Fox. So what happened was is we did a show, a
I'll
2KW
take
show where Reyes was in the main event against A.R. Fox, and it was a big night for Reyes because A.R.
What did
Fox
you do? You
is
smack him?
this established guy,
Did you
and
smack him?
Fox. Wait, he kind of did. You ever seen the clip, the gif of Sammy hitting him and the sweat coming off of him and all that stuff?
That's a match
Buddy,
we will
listen-
be releasing shortly.
Listen,
Yeah.
that is
Yeah.
a big
So
a big thing for me.
Sammy all day was kind of nervous until we got to the show, and Fox was a complete professional. He was a cool dude, and Fox's whole goal, he kept telling Sammy, he's like, my whole goal is to make you look as good as fucking humanly possible. So Reyes was pitching all this shit, and Fox was like, Brox almost said yes to almost everything. He was just like, yeah, this. And Fox was trying to construct a match a certain way because Fox is kind of spotty, and he's like, I got to get this. So they're going over the match or whatever. So everything looked good. He was good. And as the night wore on, he was getting more and more kind of into it. And okay, 2 matches left, 1 match left, and now Fox comes out first, and Sammy's in Gorilla. And Sammy's just kind of like doing his thing. He's staring at the curtain. And I walk over from behind him, and I get behind him. And I start whispering to him, who the fuck is this guy? This is your fucking house. Who the fuck is this piece of shit coming in here? I was in his ear. You're the fucking king. Well, I think it was King of Kaiju
King
at the
of
time.
Kaiju.
You're the fucking king of Kaiju. This bitch is, and this is 2KW. Who the fuck is that? I was fucking in. I was like in his fuck. I was the devil on his fucking shoulder this night.
Should've smacked
By the
him.
time he went through the curtain, I thought the curtain was gonna come off.
Oh shit!
Because if you look at the video, he fucking
Yes.
busts right through the fuck.
Oh,
Yes.
I was like, oh shit. when he went out there, like when the match was over, like he was really smiling. Everything went well. He was just looking at me because don't ever do that shit again.
No, you should.
He said no
do it
because
again.
he said by the time I got to the ring, I was ready to murder this motherfucker. Please,
Good.
please, no. But it ended up being, you saw the way he
That's right.
wrestled that
Very
night.
good.
He beat the shit out of fucking AR
Very
Fox,
good.
and Fox loved it. I've seen Rays legitimately wrestle people and not hurt them or injure them, but just when they came out of it, they were like, "Fuck, never again. I don't want to."
Oh no, you're not gonna be hurt, but you know
you're
was in a fight.
It's gonna be a long night, right? And Fox, who's been in the ring with like the best of them, when the match was over, like, and he's saying his goodbyes and he's getting his envelope, he looked at me and he was like, "That fucking guy is amazing." I don't. You guys got to really fuck. And like I think it was like 3 or 4 weeks after the show, like he kept plugging Rays. Like he kept tagging him to shit, and he loved Rays when it was over, and that's just a testament. I have a secret, and it's not a very well kept secret because the people that I fucking talk to always blab the shit out anyway. But when we were doing 2KW Pro, and as they told the story, as everyone now is aware, when we did 2KW Pro, GOAT kind of happened in pieces. Cage was doing his own thing, Race was doing his own thing. You weren't there yet, and you came in. And then I think it was when after the Zoltan versus the YFBO match, where the idea was pitched, where they wanted to reunite the GOAT. And he's smiling right now because he knows where I'm headed with this.
Because I know not everybody was supportive of that idea.
I wasn't. There it is.
The
Out in
former
open.
manager of us wasn't
I
supportive.
was not in
Like
favor.
that.
No, I wasn't a
Reuniting.
manager yet. I wasn't a manager yet.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You
I
was.
wasn't in favor of the GOAT, but I would like to the chance to explain why. We've had this conversation.
Rock out, baby.
He was already in the main event. I'm just going based on the way this was already set up. He was already in the main event wrestling Santana on the last 2 shows. And even if he wasn't in the main event, we kind of figured he was going to be a prominent singles guy at that time.
He's the guy.
Because you weren't there yet.
He's the guy.
Sammy was on the rise. We had kind of switched that around where normally people look at Reyes as the top guy. We knew that he was better suited at the time.
Cage,
beginning.
he's talking about.
Right,
for the
Cage, I'm
listeners.
talking about. Yeah, exactly. Thank you. There's no video. So we figured Cage at that point would be better suited for the audience to get attached to at first, and then we would move Reyes up gradually, which is what we did, because after 3, he main evented almost every fucking show.
Yeah.
But we started with Cage, we moved on to Reyes, and you were still kind of a prominent figure on the show. We hadn't gotten you yet. By the time we had got you, then it became obviously clear. I think Pete was the first one to be like, they're going to pitch it at some point now that Mike is back. And it wasn't but one damn show later. They were like, by the way, guys, we'd like to do the GOAT thing again.
That sounds like Cage.
The concern,
I mean, in my
that
defense,
sounds like
No,
Cage.
it
you gotta understand that as we talked about the falling out between Whiplash and myself, when the day finally came that sit down happened,
right?
And Whiplash and myself finally decided to cross the fence and have that talk.
Yeah, that was crazy.
It was one of those that you almost kind of knew how it was gonna play out, because it was very much one of those situations where all we needed to do was talk. Because when that talk was over, which I think was a talk that lasted like 4 hours, when that talk was over,
Full board. You guys were on board 100%.
we
at that point.
were. It was like it was everything but. So we're back. When we walked out of that,
Once
that
the personal
room
shit
that
was over,
day,
they were like, so we're back together.
and I immediately came back and was like, listen,
Which the promoter of 2KW at that point sprung an erection as far as the eye can see.
I remember,
and he went, we've got to do the GOAT again. And I said,
remember
no
the
fucking way. I
conversation.
said, no fucking way.
I remember the
And
conversation.
the reason for that is because as a promoter, I need to maximize my show. And I think one of the things that goes under the radar a lot, and I'll say it publicly now since we're all sitting here, is as individuals, you guys are as talented as anybody in the business, and I can say that confidently. I love you as a singles. I love you as a single. I love Reyes as a fucking single. And the problem I had at the timing of it is that we didn't have a strong enough card to put our 3 top guys into one fucking stable. I understand the GOAT situation. I know they're friends. But we can get to that. We just got Whiplash back. You know how many fucking matches I wanted this guy in that would have been high profile? I was like, come on, there's so much. I would rather have match 1, 3, and 7 be great than just 8.
The drastic.
You know what I'm saying? Exactly. When we
Should've did
started
that
doing the 2KW shows, EYFBO didn't wrestle as a team. We separated them momentarily so that we can build up the other talent, so that by the time their game got raised up, we can put EYFBO back together and they would have credible talent to go against. So I was still trying to build the roster when they came back. But these fucking guys
Do what we want,
are
what we want.
sitting here on the phone. Bro,
sorry, man.
it's money. Because
sorry,
I think, and I don't know if they will agree, but you're here so you can speak for yourselves. I think the reason why the promoter got an erection is because we had FBO and we had Zoltan back, which means we had access to Pazuzu, which was hot at the time, and the GOAT, which I think was the end goal. And I know it was the end goal because that's what we ended at. So I know for a fact that was the end goal. But your thoughts on that? Yeah, because I know you heard about it during the course of the whole situation, and I was kind of
very
against
much
it.
involved in the talks.
Right. So what were your thoughts when we were going through this whole thing and you heard that I wasn't really for it?
Well, as you know, and again, not to try and take the toot my own horn at this moment, but I like to take certain responsibility for being the creative force behind this team, and
but he's the captain though.
As soon as, and as we mentioned before, as soon as me and brother Whiplash reunited, the wheels were turning.
The writing was on the wall. Once Whiplash was back in the fold, that's it.
Now it was like fucking
in
nitrous
fairness,
oxide. We're going.
In fairness to the argument of should we or should we have not done the GOAT at the moment that we did, my mindset at the time was that 2KW was not going anywhere, at least not for a very long time.
Fair.
And like you just explained, the idea of having access to both Team Pazuzu and the GOAT under the same umbrella, I saw where Pazuzu was going. I had confidence in where the GOAT could go. I didn't know how long the window would be for us to work together.
Right.
And I felt that, especially in the infancy stage of trying to build 2KW into something nationwide fans would want to see.
Right.
I felt that the GOAT versus Pazuzu
was a money match.
Was just academic. It was a no-brainer to sell tickets. So, and I could admit here that maybe we did rush it, but at the same time, I have mixed feelings on that because given the lifespan of 2KW, I'm glad we pulled the trigger when we did.
I was just going to say, the evidence of your argument is what happened.
It probably never would have happened,
Yeah.
and we probably wouldn't be sitting here today. We
As a
probably
stable,
wouldn't
yeah.
have Evie with us, and I firmly believe that everything happens for a
But
reason.
that's-
I
yeah.
even feel like you wouldn't have never joined us had it not had gone down the way it went down.
No. And you're absolutely right. The evidence of your argument is exactly how it went down because we just said that match is what ended the whole run. That was the last 2KW Pro match that happened. Was
Sorry,
the GOAT and
2KW.
2KW for life, baby.
But I'm saying this on the podcast because I've said it before in private and I've said it publicly, but I wanted it here stricken for the record that you guys were here because I don't want to be that guy that's just going to jump on the bandwagon and say, yeah, the GOAT, because I got the GOAT shirt and I'm like, yeah, I got I got like 3 GOAT shirts in my house right now. And I'm like, yeah.
I was in the promoter's house on a frequent basis, and
yeah,
trust
you
me,
had his ear
and
more than
trust
I
me,
fucking had his ear. And
I had the promoter's ear,
I'm
and
the
I
one
was
with the
taking
bank
advantage of
account
that.
numbers in my
and
house.
I was
and
getting the reports. Listen, Orsini feels a certain type of way.
to be fair, he didn't need much pushing because he was ousting me on that vote from day one. He just, when he had the support of everyone else, it was a whole different deal. So you guys have a long history. We have a long history. This
You can't say we didn't sell tickets.
No, it was just that
We
was
still
probably
sell tickets.
that was probably the
We
best.
sure
You know what's funny? We went out the ECW way. Our best house was the last house, and we still went out of business. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is about that time. We are here to discuss the 9 rafts. We do these random as fuck questions every interview, and of course, by every interview, I mean the 2 that I have done so far. And I will continue them as tradition, but there are 9 random as fuck questions. Of course, myself and Mrs. O sat down as the tribunal to come up with these questions. So here's what's going to happen. The last person that I asked the rafts to was a one motherfucker. There was one person that I asked the rafts to. I got 3 people here today.
Shit.
So what's going to happen is I'm going to ask the question, and we're going to go around as quickly as we possibly can. Try to keep your answers to a minimum here. Unless you're feeling super emotional about the question and then you got tired. Because I'm telling you right now, the first one's a whopper, especially is going to be for this one. This one's gonna shoot a promo off the first one. I promise you. You can see Mrs. O's face. We playing this one specifically for him. So I'm telling you right now, it might even be you, Mr. Dancing Destroyer.
Good.
So here we go. Nine questions, random as fuck. They may or may not really pertain to wrestling. Here we go. First question off the back. Where do you stand? I don't need no wishy-washy, no in between. You got to pick one of the two. Prince or Michael Jackson?
Michael Jackson.
Didn't hesitate, folks. Didn't hesitate. Okay. Standing over here with Whiplash. Michael Jackson.
Michael Jackson.
A clean sweep.
If Sammy was here, I'm sure he would have said Prince just cause.
Now hold on a second, because not to take anything away from the purple one, you know what I'm saying? Like that is one. So.
How dare you say Thanos' name in this conversation?
That is such, you know, and I'm sure it's gonna be controversial. There's people gonna feel both ways about it, but. I'm
an MJ guy too.
It's a hard thing, but speaking personally and just my childhood and growing up, like, and the influence, you got to go with Mike.
He was quick and still had the promo. I told you it was gonna be a touchy one. Mike is well over here.
I'm going Mike.
Okay,
you know what? I'll give you a short little. It's not even a story, just a fact, an absolute fact.
Okay.
That probably nobody knows that I'm revealing for the very first time. Ever of all
He's
time.
an open book here on Orsini's Uncensored.
I knew I was coming here. We're going to open the book, baby. You talk about Michael and Prince, and of course you see how Michael was the leather jacket and the head bop.
Okay.
Where do you think it came from?
Oh, where do you think yours came from? Wow. Because I'm sure Michael didn't get it from you. So we'll be specific.
That head bob where I move only my head and not the rest of my body. That's straight Jackson 5 choreography right there, baby.
Oh, my God. There it is. The reveal. First time ever.
There we go.
Question number 2, and this one's going to get awkward. Have you ever been walked in on during sex?
Oh, boy. Do I get the option to plead the fifth? Because
the bitch ain't here, so it isn't matter.
It don't matter about the bitch. It matters about who walked in on
me. Okay.
The
person who walked in on download this episode?
My grandma might be upset.
Oh, okay. So
yes.
So Abuelita Whiplash walked in and seen some crazy shit going down at the house of Whiplash.
Perdóname.
Mr. Gage.
Oh, that's a yes.
That's a yes.
That's a yes. Yeah.
Awkward as it may be.
That's a definite fucking yes.
Definite fucking yes.
We play dead.
Stop moving.
Just
Yep.
Fosbury flop down to the ground.
Move, they won't see us.
Just if I can't see them, they can't see me. This one's a little tamer.
It's all a dream.
This one's a little tamer. And
I've actually tried that one. It doesn't work. It doesn't work.
It works.
Just
it's
drop
like a
down to
bear.
the
They
ground.
sniff you and then they walk away.
I was just gonna ask who's doing the sniffing here because you're already midway.
Listen, it's a weird story, man.
It's a weird story. I wish I had time for this story. It's gonna be extra content.
Raft number 3.
Rap, we're already on rap number 3. This one's a little tamer here. Fanta Orange or Sunkiss?
Sunkiss.
Don't ever say fucking Fanta in front of me again. Fanta Orange. Are you serious right now?
Yo, Sunkiss all the way.
Next question.
Hold on, where do you stand?
Who loves
Sunkiss all
I
the way.
I do.
We brought this question up as it's not actually as random as we had hoped because we have the problem all the time because she likes Sunkiss.
That goes for Fanta Grape, Fanta Orange, whatever fucking flavors. You know what? I'm gonna get upset. I don't even want to talk about it.
Across the board, he's not a Fanta guy. He's not. Because we have that problem. She'll walk into stores and they'll only have like the Fantas. Like you have to find certain stores that have the Sunkiss.
Don't let me order Chinese food and say, let me get an orange soda or grape soda, and they send me some fucking Fanta. Because we're having problems. I'm going back to the restaurant. Like, all hell's breaking loose. I'm just letting you know right now.
Raft number 4. This one's a little bit more serious. Name a passion you have other than pro wrestling.
Oh, shit.
What is something that is...
Movies and art.
Movies and art.
I'm going to go with art, I guess, because I draw.
Oh, okay. So. It's a little special hidden talent there.
Oh, you didn't know that?
No, well,
that's a secret goat talent.
Oh yeah.
A lot of us are pretty artistic.
Well, we're all familiar. Well, not all. For those of you listening, the 2K Customs is a little bit of a thing, but
Yeah, that.
didn't know the Whiplash side of it.
I'm an artist. You
if
give me
I'm-
a fucking tuber, I'll get you something out of it.
If I'm bored or inebriated enough, I'll produce you some stuff.
At the proper level,
You know what
Miss
I mean?
Roman.
Singing.
Singing.
Yeah.
Oh.
I didn't even know that one.
There you go. See?
We're going to karaoke.
That's how the gauntlet has been laid down. That is it. Oh, she's breaking it down right now.
The demo drops in 2 weeks, ladies and gentlemen.
Demo right there.
The GOAT soundtrack right
Mixtape.
there. Longest relationship you've ever been in? How many?
Oh,
in
fuck,
terms
man.
of.
See, why you gotta?
I
Why?
thought this was going to be happy.
You know what I'm saying? You gotta fuck it up. It was all good until now. Nigga, 2 hours interview was all good until right now. Now I'm like,
you feeling out of the
Fucking
spot right
old,
now? It was an
man.
uncomfortable conversation, right?
I guess I'll kick this off.
fucking man.
My loving mother of my child
Oh, okay.
would be the longest standing. Yeah. That would have been about 6.5 years.
Oh, okay.
Well,
Long standing because she was taller than you, right?
Thank God I
Oh,
have
yeah, that had a
no.
part to play.
Thank God I have no childrens.
No challenges.
3 years actually.
3 years.
It's
3 years.
the
There you
longest
go.
one.
Dancing Destroyer was in there. Miss Roman.
Yeah.
4
Fuck my
years
life.
is my longest. My current.
4 years.
And counting.
And
So you had
counting.
6, you had 3. It's 9, and you had 4.
Yeah.
I'm the
13.
veteran, baby.
We got him beat on the combination, folks. We're 15 years in running over here.
Yeah, good
Well,
for
there
you.
you
The
go.
reigning
buddy.
champs.
Some of
over
us
here.
take a little while
Congratulations,
longer.
They actually met her in the beginning stages, man. They've been
Yeah.
there like since like I think you
Yeah,
guys
we
came in
had-
like year 2.
We've
We
actually,
were there for
we
that.
witnessed their journey.
they've
Not
been a
even
part of the
That's pretty
ride,
dope.
so to
That's
speak.
dope.
Where is your tickle spot?
Wow. All right.
Wow, this guy is he's going in.
well,
It's
you know what?
It's really random. That was weird. I'm not even
It
lying. That
got
was
weird. There we go. Okay, it got weird.
Um,
Come on. Where's the
You
tickle
go
spot?
first.
I'll tell you what, the lady cage is going to enjoy this question.
Oh,
But damn, I don't even think I should blow this up
I don't
because
need
I'm
to
gonna
know my brother's tickle spot. That's so
see.
weird.
My thing is I don't want to break kayfabe, and then she knows my. You know what I'm saying?
He's trying to keep it shielded.
Trying to kayfabe my tickle spot right now. I'll give you the side ribs and maybe a underpit. You know what I'm saying? And if you hit the right spot on the neck, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, okay. He's like, no, he's not doing it.
I'm not ticklish.
He's dead underneath the neck.
He has no soul.
That is definitely a lie, but I'm not ticklish. I'm gonna leave that one up to the imagination. Fuck
Roman?
that.
I
Oh
don't know,
man,
babe. What's my
I'm not
tickle
ticklish,
spot?
right
bruh.
in the gooch. I'm sorry, it's the vodka talk.
What's the room is electric.
You know what? Yeah,
Oh,
maybe.
She's co-signing the gooch area.
Oh,
She's co-signing the gooch area. Yeah.
nah.
She's
My ribs.
she's calling
Yeah,
she's
my
calling in the
ribs.
references.
Wow.
She's gonna go with the
Yeah,
ribs.
I phoned the my fiance. That's what I did.
I got no tickle spot. Baby.
That makes me want to try.
That means
my
he has the
two-
most.
this is
I
a
don't even want to try new things. I'm good now.
This is a two-parter. Okay, this is 7 and 8.
Oh,
Okay,
shit.
if you could live in any U.S. state other than New York, where would you live?
Ooh, that's a good one. Ooh. You know what? I might come up with maybe a top 3, but I'm gonna go with anywhere warmer than this place.
So you heard it here first, folks. Kris Kage is moving his residency to fucking New Mexico. At
I'm
this
just
point.
saying, you want the toque and the goat out there, baby. Give me an offer.
109-degree weather.
Bring us to your town.
to your hot ass town. He's sick of the snow up here. Whiplash, a state that you would want to. He didn't even name a state. He just said warm shit.
No,
That was his answer. Warm.
We're a tropical people.
We're not tropical people
Yeah.
who's lived all of his life in a non-tropical place.
You know what I'm saying? I'm going for Arizona or somewhere.
I was
like
not
that.
too close.
Dry
I was
heat.
I said
I'm
New
right next
I
door.
said New Mexico, right? Yeah, how
It's
tropical
hot.
is Arizona?
It's
Good
hot.
point.
It's
Fuck,
good.
something not cold.
He said tropical and then
I'm
named
good.
dry desert heat.
Yeah, he's,
Listen, I'm going not cold.
Not
right?
cold.
That's
He's
it.
moving to not cold USA. That's where
it.
he's
I'm
going.
fat. I'm fat, but
With the
you know what I mean?
equator?
I dig the heat.
So Louisiana, he's coming. I don't
it,
know if you heard one of my old episodes. Don't go to my fucking Mississippi.
Oh,
Jesus
nah,
Christ.
chill.
Nigga.
I have your home in a state other than New York you would like to live in.
I think Los Angeles, California.
Yeah, that's a city. You want to go to California?
Yeah.
Another non-cold place. There you go.
We're all warm-blooded around here, you know?
Then move, you
it,
fucking
man.
people. What the fuck are you doing here? Second part.
They
'cause
keep booking us here, so it's easier to live here.
second part, this was a setup, folks. Because
Cold
it's
people
actually
cheap.
kind of working against me because nobody gave me a state besides her. But now that you know the state you'd rather live in, would you still wrestle in that territory?
Absolutely.
So
Or-
for instance, if you were going to like the West Coast or something like Southwest,
We're trying to take over everywhere.
Let's
This is not
tear-
just New
let's
York,
tear
not
up the West
tri-state.
Coast.
well, every territory is different. That's why I ask. Because you might be facing. So you think you guys are having problems here? Wait till you get to the fucking dry heat
We
of the
are the
fucking
problem,
desert.
so let them
Oh, there
see
she goes.
us.
She's a fucking showman. This one
I'm telling
over
you,
here.
Jack, that's
My
what I said
God.
earlier. She's good.
Jesus Christ! No wonder
is
why I was
good.
fired. Here we go. All right, we're moving on to the last one here, the ninth draft. This one's going to cause a debate. It's going to piss this one off, I'm sure.
Oh boy.
But here we go. Which would you prefer, remakes or sequels?
Ooh, shit.
That was hers,
Bad
bro.
one, man.
Yeah, that's a bad one.
There was a few here that were hers, but this one was the one that I told you. This is look at his brain right now. It's melting as we speak. He doesn't even know where to begin. He knows what he wants to say. It's just
All right, well, this is a subjective subject, but here we go. I'm gonna just say I would right off the bat I would prefer sequels for the simple fact that there are some movies, and I'm sure everybody feels this way, that maybe should not be touched. You know, again, that's you grow up with certain things, you have emotional attachments to certain things, you're a fan of certain things, and you don't want them ruined.
right.
But at the same time, certain time goes by and, it could be refreshed. But I'm going to go with sequels. I would prefer sequels than seeing a remake of some of my favorite stuff.
Whiplash.
I think I would rather a remake because being a
Oh.
person who lived through a reinvention,
Okay.
I think a remake is, I don't want to say easier, but it's kind of easier to make it make more sense.
Because it's a
Or-
roadmap someone's used before.
Yes.
You're just giving a different
Exactly.
vision
It's
or a
not
different
like you have to
rendition
add
of-
something on. It's like you have to, recreate everything about the product or whatever it is you're trying to sell. You know what I mean?
Tiebreaker. Remakes or sequels. The pressure's on. Which one? What you got?
Honestly, I think a remake because
Oh.
it gives the newer
Boo,
generation.
these two fucking people.
It gives the newer generation
Yes.
something to idolize, respect, and
Ah, see?
become something that they want to become. Whether it's hopefully it's positive, but it helps them mold their perspective and their character. And being an older sister, and trying to be that example, movies do become that example in our lives eventually. So that definitely a remake.
And if the remake sucks, you always got the original.
Exactly.
This is true.
No, I want sequels, goddamn it. I would rather like what they did with Indiana Jones, where it's like 30 years after the fact. It's like I would rather you continue a story than completely retell
Yeah. hell
something that I loved already.
It's like Tomb Raider. When they remade Tomb Raider,
If the-
I was hyped. And I'm still playing it. I'm like a year in.
The
Because I
current
have the time.
remake?
And you
with
got the
the-
remake of the movie coming in a few weeks.
Exactly.
In a month.
Oh, I was gonna say,
Exactly.
yeah.
So
Jesus
there you go.
Christ. This got weird.
Checkmate.
I said it. Did I say it with that last question? I was like, these fuckers, I'm going to kick these fuckers out if they say the wrong fucking thing. And of course,
It's
everyone
about to
said the
kick
wrong
us out
fucking
right
thing.
now.
I don't want to hear
You know what? It's over.
It's fuck you guys. Fuck you and your remakes, Michael Bay fucking worshipping motherfuckers. Everybody get out.
I hate Michael Bay.
Who doesn't hate Michael? People with souls. People hate Michael Bay. All right, so those are my 9 raps, random as fuck. Thank you guys for playing.
No doubt.
when it
So-
comes
It's
to
another
that.
thing I missed
so
out on.
speaking
Yeah.
of Capital
Well,
Wrestling,
it was a kind of a twofold thing.
Oh, we got a shoot coming.
Speaking of Capital Wrestling,
Uh-oh.
are you aware of Capital Wrestling Alliance out in Delaware,
I-
CWA?
Yo, she is a showman. Go for it. Go
Go,
for it.
girl. You
So-
promote that shit.
There you go.
So, for those of you that don't know about CWA, Capital Wrestling Alliance, it is the all-women's wrestling business right now in
Tell 'em
Delaware.
what it is.
The first,
We need to hit this up, brother.
the first and the most and the best in the business right now. We're gonna outshine everybody. But June, they could correct me if I'm wrong. June 16th in Delaware, we will be on the show, and guess what? Ivy Roman is definitely on the card. Fear the Goat with G.O.4.T. Definitely come out and.
Yo, Kodo is on my list for the
And
record.
watch out
That is
because
my-
Yeah.
you got an
that is my
extended
best
you got an
friend.
extended family member out there.
Yes, that's
Don't
right.
forget, this is a large
recently
network.
signed.
Yeah, Kodo is definitely on my list right now. So you said June 16th, right?
Actually,
Yeah.
I just rechecked my Twitter because the date changed due to venue situations.
Okay.
We were able to lock in the venue a lot earlier. So June 9th,
June 9th.
June 9th,
There it
CWA
is.
will be in the
CWA,
building
get
of
ready.
Frankfort, Delaware.
Get ready,
All
Delaware.
women's wrestling show. Get ready because we're coming to clothesline everybody in the audience.
Oh, my.
And I'm coming.
She's
So, yeah.
advocating
Let's get it
physical
on.
violence against the audience, my
Let's
friend.
They
You need
gotta
go.
be ready.
You need
They
to
gotta
be
be
there to
ready.
see it. Whiplash, you said you got a show yourself coming up, bro. Go with it. What do we got? What's going on?
WXWC4 March 3rd, baby. You can come see the GOAT in action.
What?
Tag team, the elite tag team champions in action against, it doesn't really matter who it is.
I mean, you've
because
already beaten the whole tag team
Bro,
division. What else could it
the
be?
entire division. It's not even a joke. But more importantly, right now, my big little brother, Race. What is it?
The
Ultimate
WXW
Heavyweight
Ultimate.
Championship.
The ultimate.
Lance, listen, Lance, I'm going to share this to you. Lance, what the fuck did I just hear? Lance, you're going down, buddy.
Listen,
Race.
he's in Anawahi, right?
Yeah,
Lance is in Anawahi, right?
Yeah,
And
whatever.
in Anawahi, he's run the company, right?
Listen.
So whose oatmeal did he piss in to get this matchup?
His father.
They must not like him. Is he the black sheep of the family? Why are they
Hey,
putting
listen,
him in the ring with Race?
They must have all the confidence in the world because they're putting him against the big
Yeah,
daddy.
well, you know what? Hitler had confidence. We'll see how that
Yeah,
worked out
you
for
will,
him.
exactly.
So, there you go.
Let's see how it goes.
Just like I distracted him on ringside, we're coming for you. And not even we. Raze is coming for you. All we're going to do is watch you get beat up and enjoy it because that's what the greatest of all time family does.
That's exactly right. Preach on, little sister. Preach on. Brother Cage, I know you got something for me over here because I got more coming up the pike besides, I mean, she's talking about June. He's talking about March. What you got going on over here in your corner?
We got June already in the bag. We got March already in the bag. But before we get to March 3rd, before the King of Monsters takes the WXW Ultimate Heavyweight Championship away from Lance Ano IE.
Lance, you're going down.
Bye-bye.
We got a couple of stops on the road to WXWC4 in Allentown.
Okay.
Starting from 48 hours from now when you hear this
2
podcast,
days, bitch.
when this drops. 48 hours from now, listeners, get your tickets ready. If you're in the New York area, if you're not in the New York area,
Get
you want
over
to see the hardest hitting pro wrestling show you're going to see all year. It's called Create or Die. That's right, it's brand new. I know
Create or
you know
Die,
about
baby.
it, though. You
Yeah,
got a lot
I know
of friends
about
in
it.
Create or Die.
Yeah.
Create or Die Wrestling is presenting the event they are calling The End at
The End.
the old stomping grounds, just like you mentioned, 1123 Close Avenue in the Bronx,
In the
Daro's
Bronx,
Extreme
Daro's Extreme
Fitness.
Fitness.
You
Sell
got
it.
stars like El Rey All Day, EC Negro, the King of New York.
Negro.
You got the Impact World Tag Team Champions, LAX, Santana, and Ortiz in action. You got a whole lot of people in action. You got
Teddy Hart, Homicide.
Wrestling Royalty, Homicide, the Notorious 187 in action, but above all else. Matter of fact, you got the Hit Squad's very last New York City match going down
Yeah,
that night.
you don't
But
wanna miss
above
that.
all else, you got all that going on, but let's be honest. You're coming to see the greatest of all time. You're coming to see the King of Monsters. You're coming to see the absolute Kris Kage. You're coming to see the Dancing Destroyer. And come to 1123 Close Avenue. Tickets are $20. It's bell time 9 p.m. And you will go home feeling like you don't know what hit you. And then the night after that, because it's not over, we got a double header next weekend, baby. We got February 24th. The Superstar and myself are heading to New Jersey because we are going to make history. It's SWF. It's Superstar Wrestling Federation presenting
New tag team
the biggest
champions,
show they've ever presented. It's SWF 100. They're making history, and we're making history right along with them. Because in our SWF debut, baby, you got the Superstar they call Whiplash and the absolute Kris Kage going toe-to-toe, standing across that ring for the SWF World Tag Team Championships against people that you know very well. Orsini, brother O, you know them probably better than we do, but we know them very well, and you know how these things turn out with Caveman and Mantequilla themselves, the Super Savages. And all I gotta say is that, boys, I hope you're shining those belts up, because on SWF 100 will be the last time you get to hold them in your hands.
I am not gonna let this motherfucker come onto my show and be the best motherfucking promo on it. I'm gonna have to turn it up a goddamn notch right here, because here's what's gonna happen here. You said all that shit. You forgot one.
This guy's a walking promo.
I know he's a walking promo, but guess what? I'm a sleep promo. And what's gonna end up happening is you forgot one major point. See, you putting yourself over, and you forgot the most major way to put yourself over. You're forgetting one option here. You see, we're standing here. We've been talking about the Ludas. We're talking about the Fighting Spirit Wrestling promotion, and they were the last FSW Tag Team Champions, which makes you the champions here in New York. You're the WXWC4 Elite Tag Team Champions, which makes you the champions of PA. And now you're heading to Jersey to take their tag titles. So now we're talking about a whole tri-state area tag team run, and you're not even running with that. But I'm going to go even further than that and push the issue a little further by saying, when Reyes becomes the ultimate heavyweight champion, let's put it out there right now as a foregone conclusion, because the Anawahi soup then turned out a turd, and that name is Lance, and he's going to go into PA and find out the hard way that the 300 plus pound destroyer isn't just some kid to play around with. Now, let's take it back to COD for just a second. See, I'm a little disrespected because COD is taking place in Daryl's Extreme Fitness, and I've said this privately, and I'll go ahead and say it publicly. The best goddamn ring announcer who has ever stepped foot in that building is myself, and I was not invited to this show. But that's fine.
You weren't.
But that's fine, because my best friends, literally all of my best friends, like I said earlier, it's like a New York City All-Star game going down in the Bronx. So if you're not at 11123 Close Avenue, which, by the way, you failed to mention is a 6-train ride to either Whitlock and or Elder, you can catch it that way or find parking. Trust me, there's plenty of parking down in that area. But I will second it by saying this. I was disrespected by not being invited, and I've had my conversations with the promoters of that promotion. But you, gentlemen, have been disrespected, because each match has been given a tagline. The Mike Donovan Fatal 4-Way is a create match. The Teddy Hart EC Negro match is a battle match. For some oddball reason, your match was named a Prove It match. And that disrespects you, my friends, because if there's anybody who belongs in that goddamn building, who has sold that goddamn building out more times than anybody who owns it, that would be the G.O.4.T. So there's not much left to prove on our end. However, Astro Morales, the Kota, who supposedly is the godfather of that building, hasn't drawn a dime, and the MV Young is going to be challenging against my boys, the GOAT. Now, here's the deal. 3 men will be in the ring. Of course, my Silver Queen will be on the outside, and I will be home crunching the numbers. And the way that I have strategized this situation is that mathematically your asses is already done, and it's February 16th. Now, we have a week left to go from when we're filming this. It'll be 2 days from when we air this, which means you have 48 hours to get your sleep, get your snacks, because on that date, February 23rd, which is 2 days predicated to my birthday, by the way, and 4 days predicated to our son, Little O's birthday, we will be toasting. We will be celebrating my 35th anniversary with not only Tag Team Gold to come, but a victory at Daryl's Extreme Fitness yet again.
Right.
amongst the GOAT. So I will not stand underperformed, my friend. I will bring it to the table as well as literally anybody else. This has been a fun ass night. Social medias, gentlemen and ladies, would you like to give the audience an opportunity to follow you on the social medias? I know you got the greatest of all time Facebook page, but what else you guys got going on?
Well, if
over
you
here?
don't know, you should know. You got the Silver Queen, Ivy Roman, the Dance and Destroy, the superstar they call Whiplash, and the absolute Kris Kage. Not to be outdone, you got the King of Monsters, Raze, the next WXW Ultimate Champ. Get on it. You should be on it. Follow us on social media. Follow us on YouTube. You got us to go the GOAT Facebook page at facebook.com/the GOAT G.O.4.T dash the greatest of all time. You can find us on Instagram at G.O.4.T _ greatest of all time. You can find us on Twitter at the greatest of all time. You can find us at youtube.com/the GOAT. That's G.O.4.T.
There it is right there.
Get on it, people. It'll be the biggest thing you've ever done, and I promise you will not regret it.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is the greatest of all time, the Zoltan in the house. Shout out to the big Monster King Raze who couldn't be here tonight. Thank you so much, Kris Kage, for being here. Thank you so much for Superstar Whiplash.
Thank you, sir.
Ivy Roman, the world is not quite ready for you just yet, but keep killing them, kid. Please
The
do.
wait is almost over.
Almost over. Absolutely. You can find all of them on the social media that they just gave you. You guys know where to catch me at. Everything will be described. By the way, all of the social media you guys have will be in the description of the podcast.
Oh, yeah.
So they know where to find you. I will be promoting the podcast starting this weekend, leading up to the Wednesday. I told you the promo, definitely your promo at the amphitheater. We'll be doing the match as well. A lot of things that'll be coming up during this week. It's pretty much going to be GOAT week from pretty much this
It's
weekend
always
until
GOAT week.
Wednesday.
Yeah.
Every day is GOAT day.
That's it. There you go.
So thank you guys for coming out. I know it's been a long night. And, I want you guys to download the episode, ajoum.podbean.com. Of course, once again, you guys can catch us on iTunes, Stitcher Radio, and Google Play. I will once again update you on TuneIn once I get these fuckers off their ass to figure that shit out. There's a lot of stuff that we didn't talk about, but guess what? We'll always have room for part 2. We'll see how that shit goes. I'll wait till after all those dates you guys had so you guys can bring the belt over to the house and we can talk about all these different victories you guys had. So once again, one last shout out, not just to the GOAT members that are here, not only to the Monster King, G Murder, once again, an original member of the GOAT, my brother.
Shout out to Murder.
Always shout out to Murder. He couldn't be here tonight, but thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you guys for listening to the podcast, and of course, I will have the extra content for whatever takes place after this on the YouTube channel. So thank you guys once again, ajoum.podbean.com, and I will catch your ass next week.
Fear the GOAT.
At my house, listen to my daddy so. Orsini is mine.